Hey, what's going on, everybody? In this video, we are breaking down the Week 5 NFL playbook. So we're going to go over all the island games and then the playbook as a whole as well, and try to figure out what we need to be doing for these challenges and how to prepare for them. So let's just get all into that in this one. We got a lot to cover. So I'll probably break these down in YouTube by the timestamp minutes, so if you want to jump forward, you can go ahead and do that. So right now, let's get into the playbook. So this week, pretty different actually. The 1-star pack here, you don't have to burn any moments, and you just need 30 yards to get that. So keep that in mind if you aren't wanting to do any of these challenges or burn moments, or if you end the week with 35 yards and didn't do a challenge, don't have to burn any moments. So that's the first thing. And then I believe there's more packs. So if you are going for 100 yards this week, it would be a good week to do that. But you're going to have to get fairly lucky. Obviously, they still have the daily visit for 6 points, streak bonus for 4, so that's 10, plus purchasing a moment is 15. But then you got 5 pick'ems. 4 of them are 5 points, and 1 of them is 10 points. So that's another 35. So all the stuff that's not challenges you could do and get 50 points if you hit all of them correctly. And that would be enough to get 3 packs. And then if you get 50 points, plus do 1 challenge, one of the easiest challenges of the week, I guess, you could get up to 60 and get 4 packs. So that could be a strategy, just to go after 1 challenge. I mean, if you don't hit all 5 of the pick'ems, you get maybe 45 points. 1 challenge could still get you up to 60. So that's something to think about as well. So honestly, for these pick'ems, I would just be going to any sports betting provider. It's not financial advice, but I'm assuming the Eagles are favorites in this one, and I would just be picking the favorite in each one. I'd be going with Vegas. That's what I would do, but you guys can do whatever you want. You can gamble with your heart instead of what Vegas says, and do that way as well. So now let's get into the first contest strategy. So we got Broncos and the Colts on Thursday. So we've seen a bunch of different strategies around these challenges. So we're going to have to cover a lot in this one. So actually, a lot of these guys are still on the team. Doolin's still on the team. Alberto, Draymond Jones, Kenny Moore, McManus, Locke, I guess, isn't. T.Y. Hilton isn't. Fant isn't. But a lot of the floor guys here, these 4 are still on the team. I believe Kenny Moore is still on the team. Yeah, he is, and he's been playing every single week. I mean, there's just a ton of players on here you could pick from. They could really go any direction. Melvin Gordon here, even though Javonte Williams is out, you still have Gordon as a running back. Even though Taylor's out, you still have Nyheim Hines here for $19 as a running back option as well. So I did want a Hines moment when Taylor was out, but it went from like 13 to $18. I think I actually might rather have Melvin Gordon, who is just at 15, I believe. Now up to 16 for his common moment here. So we'll see what happens with Gordon's common and this challenge. I think they both kind of have an even chance. I mean, Gordon maybe for more rushing yards, but Hines definitely in the receiving department. Yeah, so looking at Hines, his price, I mean, went from $8, I guess, all the way up to, people were buying it for $20 today. And just even a couple of days ago, it was up because of the challenge that obviously people realized. So, I mean, we can be buying a week in advance players like this. And they should at least go up from like the floor to 12, 13 if they're decent players. You have Sutton, you have 2 Jerry Judys, you have Broncos defensive players, you have Colts defensive players that are all commons. You have 1 Colts team moment. There's no Broncos team moment, so I wouldn't probably be buying into the Colts because I don't think we've seen them use a team moment if both teams don't have them. Pittman is here as well, $33, pretty expensive, but it's only out of 8K, so could bottleneck. As far as rookies, we have a Broncos rookie, Surtain on defense. We also have Kwity Paye, a defensive rookie, and we have Javonte Williams, an offensive rookie. So there are 3 rookies as well who should play in this game. So they could really go any way with these challenges. This one is one of the hardest to call. And as far as quarterbacks, we'll have to search for these players that were on other teams last year. So Russell Wilson has a common. Matt Ryan only has a rare. So that could be a huge bottleneck if there's some kind of quarterback challenge in this one. But I really think they could go any direction in this besides going probably no team moments, no kickers, because I don't think there's a Colts kicker. Probably not go quarterbacks. I would think it'd be some kind of running back or receiver challenge in this one. It could also incorporate some kind of historical moment. There is only one Colts historical. It's up to 17, and there are 2 Broncos historicals as well. So those probably won't bottleneck, but Harrison could bottleneck if the Colts do win, if that's one of the challenges. Yeah, so trying to cover all the bases here for challenges that you could possibly do. So now Bengals Ravens, there's a lot of Bengals moments because they made it so far last year. They got a bunch of playoff moments. So for the Bengals, there's probably not going to be that many bottlenecks. There are 2 kickers. I know Tucker has a moment as well as McPherson, but I think Tucker's only a rare. So they could go kicker, but that would bottleneck pretty big if Tucker hit. There is no J.K. Dobbins moment, so I don't know if they would go with a running back. I could see them doing quarterback challenge because you do have both of them with commons, and they're both fairly similarly priced, I believe. Actually, no, Burrow is a lot cheaper. Jackson's 62. Burrow has 2 commons, I forgot. So $30 on a Burrow. So I could see some kind of quarterback challenge incorporated in this. And then I want to see if these team moments as well. So the Bengals have one here, a common, $21. The Ravens, if they have one, it's going to be a rare or a legendary. So they do have a rare Bengals team or Ravens team moment. So it seems like they try to stay away from bottlenecks like that are obvious before the games start. So I would think they would stay away from team moments as well. If we look at kickers, again, it would be a huge bottleneck with the rare and Tucker. So I would think they would stay away from kickers. So right now it would seem this one, again, like the Thursday night game, has a ton of options. It's really hard to call. But if there is some kind of defense challenge, Tyus Bowser is the only common Ravens player, defensive Ravens player here. And it's just $8, but I don't think he's played all year. He's been injured, so I don't know if they will have to play in the game to actually count. But I believe he's still on the roster, so they could go defense as well. But I would think it's just going to be another kind of running back, receiver, and then this one could be quarterback challenge as well because they both have commons. Okay, then you always got to check historicals. Ravens don't have any historical moments, so I wouldn't think that would be it. Okay, looking at Chiefs and Raiders, the Chiefs are going to have a good amount of moments, so not as many bottlenecks. There are defensive players, commons for both teams, I believe. Yeah, Max Crosby and Denzel Perryman. And then for the Chiefs, they got Okafor, Melvin Ingram, who is not on the team anymore. He's on the Dolphins, I believe. But they have Chris Jones. So a lot of options here. They got Tershawn Wharton as well. So a lot of options. They could go with defensive players. I know they both have team moments. The Chiefs have one here for just $14. And then they have actually 2 team moments, so those ones wouldn't really bottleneck. But the Raiders have one common team moment out of 6,000 here that could be a bottleneck if the Raiders win or however the team moment needs to be involved in the challenge. As far as running backs, you got Jacobs here and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And I believe they both only have one moment. So those ones could be pretty good to pick up as well if there's some kind of rushing challenge incorporated in this. And then the Chiefs are the only ones with a kicker. And the Raiders don't have any common historicals, so I wouldn't think that would be part of the challenge. And both quarterbacks do have common moments. Derek Carr, 26. Mahomes has 2 commons as well. So I think I covered all the bases on these challenges. Let me know if you guys are going for these challenges and kind of your thoughts around them, if I missed anything while covering these, and what your thoughts are on the new playbook with all of these kind of pick'ems that are available. So hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, subscribe. I'll be putting out the playbook strategy every week on Wednesdays or Thursdays, depending on when they come out. So hope you guys enjoy this, and come back to this video for the weekend challenge updates if you're watching this on Thursday. And I'll catch you guys in another video.